Hello, hello. Why'd you start, phone? Hello, dwellos, foe and or fellows. Welcome back to the channel. Imamak Lezatu Kumagaza. This is Lee Sage and Taurus. It's your turn. Key Tey Eee reads. Again, this is for you, your soul journey. Okay? We don't want to focus on other things or exterior. We want to focus on you mentally, physically, emotionally, what's going on, what you can use to know, what can help out to better you. You become the best version of yourself. Okay? We do not need love or any of that other stuff. Of course, since it's a Key Tey Eee read, it could come up because those are intimate and deep connections. But the focus is, like I said. So, Taurus, you're feeling fiery because of some sort of fear of being left out. Why? What's going on, Taurus? You can't make up your mind. Too many options. Like all Tauruses. Sounds like a you thing. I'm a Virgo. It's fine. Alright, Taurus. So the first card, right? This represents where you're currently at right now. Okay? This is where, you know, your state of being currently is. Okay? And then we're going to see what's coming and what's going. Or what's going and then coming. Alright? Let's see. First card. Four of Wands. This is you. You are content, happy, abundant. You have your house, your home, your family. You have all your little things and stuff going on. It's in order, it's neat, it's balanced, it's sturdy. Four. Okay. And it's a little bit fiery as well. Good luck with this. This is good. What's leaving you though? Aha. Toxicity. Self-sacrificing. I definitely get self-sacrificing. You're fed up of over giving and not getting back in return what's on its way. Yeah, this looks like a breakup. Why? We just talked about this. You have this picture perfect happy home, but something is not right. There is no give back. It's just take from, right? Devil card. Maybe there's, drugs, alcohol involved. Okay. Um, Even like sex addictions, whatever. Um, Maybe you want to take the bedroom to the next level, actually. You have the happy home and it's all perfect and everything right there. Maybe you want to turn it up, dominatrix and stuff like that, get more intense. Or at least this is what you used to want. Maybe you were on the verge of like leaving and walking out because it wasn't that, and then you kind of realized that that's not what's needed. Either way, this ability to break free from self enslavement, things that hold you back, this is what's leaving. Why is it leaving? Well, it's because it's time. You have better things on the way, right? So we're here. This leaves, this comes in. Boom. Right? So we're moving to calmer waters now, right? We're stepping away from this toxicity and all this extra stuff that doesn't matter in the end, because what matters is your stability. And your stability involves your person, your people, your pets and things, your jobs and all this stuff, all these things that make you feel secure and comfortable in your own skin. First card, Taurus. Page of Swords. Could have trouble with kids, right? They're getting older or they're brand new, they're young. Maybe you have a new one on the way. Maybe this is a secret that comes out and this forces you to change your way. No more drinking and doing bad stuff. Now we're starting to like cleanse ourselves, get healthy, get ready for the baby. Second one, looks like they already have one. She could be pregnant with another. Okay. It's a nice switch. Um, because Page of Swords, okay, and this would be like an upright thing. So this is, like very like driven, very focused, very inspired. You have this new thought, this new invention, this new thing that you're working on. So you're just honing in and working on that. When it's in the negative energy, it's kind of like, trouble with kids, deception, lies, things and stuff like that. But since the devil is here and it's leaving, though, I feel like things are turning upwards. You can in your abundance season, pendulum swing. Maybe you're in your downswing and now you're coming into your upswing, especially when it comes to like money, finances, and the material. Maybe that could have been a struggle. You were overworking yourself. Body's almost covered in flames. You almost like, did yourself in. Okay? Careful with that. Second card, higher level of commitment. And there's your energy, Taurus. There we go. Sensual, majestic, committed, loyal, dedicated, loving, nurturing, supportive, teaching, higher level of commitment, just all the things. This is where it looks like we're heading. The moment you get rid of whatever toxic stuff, this Capricorn, or this very like seductive person, as soon as you get rid of that out of your home and start moving to calmer waters, because it's been doing nothing but messing with your stability with the swords. Now we're changing. Truth is coming to light. Things are getting smoother. We have a high level of commitment on the way. And then the high priestess, our intuition then gets unblocked. Okay. It's like maybe you're going through like an exorcism. Okay. He looks like he's snatching her soul out the body. Ripping out this darkness and stuff that's been keeping her blind or like stuck. But she's willing. It's not a forceful thing. It's an agreement. It's a higher level of commitment. Yes, please help. Okay, come, get out of there. Devil's leaving. Toxic energy, this, lower masculine energy, lower feminine energy that you've been in and stuff like that, doing like the sneaky stuff, the blood magic, all this like stuff, like we're done with all that. We see the bigger picture. We understand it now. We've seen it before, but we didn't quite understand it. It didn't make sense because it's not off what you know. Structure, hard ground, solid, like that. You don't know levitation. You don't know what it's like to float, to not be on the ground. You know what I mean? You're a Taurus. You're all about the ground. So for you to be picked up off the ground, but it to still be okay, it's a whole new world here. It's completely different, right? The Tower. This is the next big main event, right? This is the big next thing that's coming up here that I'm trying to get you prepared for to the best of my abilities. Okay. The Moon card. Oh, no. It's not bad. It's just, it's this like fear, man. The fear of the subconscious, of the unknown. You know what I mean? The Moon card, it's like shadows, it's secret, but you have the High Priestess here, so you understand it. You can see it, hear it, feel it, know it. You have the Hierophant, so you're not blocked and hidden from this stuff. This is a newfound language that you're discovering. Your dream state, levitating, the subconscious, the emotions, the feels. You're Taurus. You're solid, you're ground, sturdy in the strong material. We're leaving the material world and going towards a more magical, a more watery one, a more emotional one. Okay, maybe we finally healed this trauma that we've been hanging on to for so long in the past, conquering your inner demons, your even devils, getting them out of there. Now when the moon comes out and things are clear, you're not freaking out or self-indulgent or self-sacrificing or things like that. You're all for it. You can feel it, you can sense it, you flow with it. It's like a dance. This is the Tower, this event, this thing happens. Someone with a moon sign, Taurus moon, Pisces moon, Capricorn moon. Okay, these could be significant. I don't know. So, what's the story here? We have Five of Wands. Okay, We have the Magician. I have the Power. And then we have the Emperor. Leo had something similar, actually. Was it Leo or was it Aquarius? It was Aquarius. It was one of them. But these could be other signs: Aquarius moon, Leo moon, whatever. So it's like you get, I don't know, you just get this opportunity, this chance, this insight where you really get to kind of like reflect. You really get to like observe your reality, your life, what you built, your dynasty, your legacy, what you're leaving behind, what's already been accomplished and done for. Okay? This kind of re-inspires you. Okay? With the Magician. And you definitely have even like twice or 10 times fold the resources and tools and things needed to make it come to fruition, right? You understand the game. You've mastered the game of how the life thing works. You know how to do it. This could be a new business venture where you can then start helping other people do this and then get, paid for it and stuff like that, really stepping out of this like 9 to 5 overworking stuff, really getting into your spiritual side, your spiritual abilities, your light working, your teaching, your guiding, your shedding of truth, your spreading the prophecy, the word, you know, you have it. You have the marriage stability. It's the Four of Wands. Okay, it's solid right now. It's good. Five of Wands, that's what's coming up. So some sort of fight or argument about something. That's fine. You'll go through Six of Wands. There's that darkness where you'll do some shadow work. You like burn through that real quick because you're a pro at this. Okay. Seven of Wands. Those people and things that try to stop this new venture coming in here, they're going to get blocked. There's nothing to worry about there. Eight of Wands. Now we have that forward movement. Like now we're really manifesting, kicking things into gear and stuff. Okay. Nine of Wands. This is where we have to do one last glance, check everything before we put the finishing touches with the 10 to complete, this burden. But it's not a burden that's like down. It's a burden that you're like willing to endure because you understand what you're building, your legacy, It's like, oh, I got to put in like 3 years of doing this particular thing, this type of way to get this much to do this, that. That's not including, but also including just in case things that could mess up and go wrong on the way. But after I do that, if I get through this and I know I'm capable, then it's on. I'm going to have it all. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to finally reach that pinnacle, that state that I wanted to get at. Okay. And then once you get into that state, you get to reflect, and then you get to just flip that shit around again. And then you may have some more like newer people trying to come in, little Five of Wands, try to distract you and stuff. But again, that's just because you put fear into them, because the fear of your success, what you're capable of, what you're really truly capable of. Okay. My insight, right, to the Tower, insight. Four of Cups. Take some time off. Even though like the offer's like right there, of course, like when the like divine offer comes in, obviously want to like take it and get going. Okay. But in the meantime, just kind of like reground yourself, just kind of rest, get ready for this like, next big step here. King of Swords. Start like writing, start like dream boards, visionary things, like start getting like hands on with things, like your ideas, jotting them down, journaling and stuff. Just do it, even if it's like a hobby, because down the road that's going to fruition into like part of this legacy, this higher level commitment, because now you have this like in real time, step-by-step structure just from you sharing your experience as you're going through it. Now this is a book that everyone can like read and then follow those steps and guides and kind of like get to their own conclusion, but with your assistance in a way. Okay. Emperor, you're responsible for multiple kingdoms. You know what I mean? It's even bigger than just having one kingdom, which is full of hundreds and thousands of people. You have like 20 of them. Not to mention your stuff that you're working across overseas in third world countries. It's the emperor. Okay, we're thinking this big. Like we can do this now, uh, confidently, because that's probably what the moon card is. You had something message, whatever, Knight of Wands, that kind of like reignited or let you in on some secrets and stuff, hearing how stuff goes, and it could have shook you at first. And then when you went to kind of just get like, some advice or things about that from like other people or people that you respect, they kind of got like defensive, aggressive towards you to try to argue and everything. That's a sign right there that they need to be cut and you need to start stepping away, because anyone that's not rooting in for you is against you. And all that's going to be is just baggage that you're going to have to get cut off anyway, or that spirit's going to make cut off. So, you have the Emperor, the Magician, you have the Hierophant, you have the High Priestess. Like, you have the Devil. You have a major, major responsibility when it comes to the spirits world, Taurus, that you need to start like implementing and doing here. Okay. And you got this. You've known this. You've sensed this for a while. Way back when you were the Page of Swords, you kind of like knew like this Page of Swords came in and kind of like gave you the secret then. You've kind of been honing on it, and now you like leveled it up completely. Okay, good job with that. Thanks for listening to what I'm telling you. And one more for insight. Yeah, 10 of Wands. There's that 10 of Wands. So you get to kind of even like jump a little bit faster to put down these burdens and stuff now. You get to go from the 4 right to the 10. So there's a 6 window. 6 of Swords. Yeah. So that part where that moment when you finally are moving into calmer waters, just know that that's the end of it all. And everything from beyond there is just going to be like lit, basically. Change your mind, your perspective. You got the Emperor again, and then there's a 6 of Swords again. So double confirmations on those things that I said about those cards. And if you didn't remember, then rewind and go back and listen to it. I'm on the time limit here. All right. So question. Think of a question, Taurus. Okay. I'm going to flip the first card and try to answer it with the card's energy. And then we're going to just check in on your mental, physical, and emotional. Kind of let you know like where you're currently at. Even if it's not like directly like, oh, you're right here, it'll shed light or give you an intuitive nudge on like, oh, okay, that kind of resonates with me in this way. And then you'll kind of know what you're doing and working with. So thank you for your question. Okay. We have 4 of Swords. As for right now, it's just a matter of like resting. And if it's a situation like intercourse, it's there, it's optional, like it's on the table, you can go for that. I don't know if that's like, again, like earlier, all the crazy passion, like energy and stuff, toxicity. But 4 of Swords, what is this? This is a surrender, right? This is like all right, I need a break. It's like when like you just have no more fucks to give, like you're done with it. You know what I mean? You don't care about nothing or no one. Like that's like the vibe. That's the answer. That's the energy. Okay. As for a yes or no, I would say that's a maybe, because like you put yourself in here. So like no, you don't have to stay here longer. Or yes, you do need to like stay here longer. It's kind of like just take it how it like fits with your situation. It's kind of like a neutral one there. Yes or no, it's a little bit hard with that. Let's see. No cards, transformation, yes cards, angels of decisions. My bad. So the yes card is the Raven. So it will be transformative, shape-shifting. There will be a change. There will be a level up, a growth in it. It will be very, very intimate, very like deep. Okay, and then for the nose, angel of decision. Okay. Angel of decision is nearby, number 8. When you see 8, maybe know that the angel of decision is there, and then ask for the guidance, and you'll get that intuitive nudge, that intuitive whisper, you know. on what to go about that. Let's check in with your mental, right? Mental, yeah. Old cycles and thoughts and fears out, beginning of new. New slate, beautiful. Love to see that for the world with the mental. Physical, Five of Swords, yeah, it's time for battle. Nothing but victory if you do it. Okay, all the way. They'll be mad like casualties, but that got nothing to do with you. You're alive. You're victorious. They're defeated. Um, Physically, Five of Swords. I really get like I don't know, like how did he win this battle, right? He had to be more skilled, more fit, stronger, faster, smarter, something. So when it comes to the physical, probably like faster, stronger, things like that. Um, so start getting into that. Start moving, getting into the body. Okay. Kind of like Aries. Aries, you like it's all about getting into the body. It's like the goat or the ram jumping kind of stuff like that. Um, Taurus, the bull is kind of usually like still unless they're like triggered, but like you could still trollop around and run and play. Just because you're a big bull doesn't mean that you can't have your own fun to your own ability. You know what I mean? So get into the body, exercise, run about, do it, even if it's walking for you, because you're not really all about that fast movement shit. Like, I get it. Okay. But just start doing things like that. Go for like swimming, go into a boat where you gotta like pedal, like things like that, like the micro details of physical movement, playing golf, like swinging, basketball shooting, just going to the park, join like a game that they have running there just to kind of like do it a little bit, just get a little bit in there. You have like victory in doing so, no matter what thing you choose to do physically. Okay. And let's tap in spiritually, soul. It's transitioning. Um, Waiting for like guidance. So like soulfully, you're kind of like indecision. Okay, you're fully aware. Now it's just like that. Like I get like stage fright kind of thing before you like do it. Like I feel like your soul is like in like a stage fright. Like it's like super excited and bubbly and wants to like do the stuff, but it's like there's like a shaking, there's a holding back, there's a anxiety and anticipation, like an Ace of Wands kind of energy. On the bottom, Seven of Cups. All right, there's a lot of things, a lot of choices, a lot of stuff to do. You could, I guess, do all of them, but just start with one. Start with the one that resonates with you most. The bird, the light, the sparkle, the flame, the grass, or the plant, like the cup with the rainbow, like whatever one is like your first, like, ooh, that's nice, like just do that. And then little by little you'll go to there until you kind of make up your decision on a soul level on what do you want to become. Because you're spiritual, like badass right here. So it's like, ooh, do I want to be like more witchy, or maybe I want to be more like draconic, or maybe I want to be more like fairy sheer ship like, or like you're trying to like figure out which ones you want to do. Maybe I want to be more Greek mythology wise, fuck with Zeus and Poseidon and stuff like that. Like it's up to you. Okay. Um, you can, like I said, work with like all of them and up to like what you're willing to offer and give. And then they would decide after the little brief test and efforts, or just from observing your resume of what you have accomplished and came about, will probably like go pretty like easier on you. You won't have to do as much. Okay. I feel like you're coming out of your Saturn return too. You could be like 33, 34, 35, and like up as well. Like you're coming out of this dark cycle that you had to kind of like just deal with to get this growth and everything to reach this higher level of commitment. All right. Yeah, so that's what I have for you Taurus. I hope this gave some insight for you. And I will catch you next time. On the horizon, uh, that tower moment, that moon sign person, or that secret, that fear, those doubts, those things, this stuff is what's about to occur, happen. What happens after that? Remember the Five of Wands, then the Magician, then the Emperor, and then back from the Emperor to the Magician to the Five of Wands to complete it with the moon again. Okay? It's a process. It destroys and then rebuilds the tower. It's destroyed and rebuild all in one card. Divine stepping in, miracles, magic, and stuff can like really happen. All right. Take care, Taurus, and I'll catch you next time.